Don't follow him. When you get to the end of this straight, turn left.
What about this guy in the orange dress now, okay?
He gets before you go down the road.
When I get down to this, turn left.
Stop it. Stop. Stop there, go on.
And we're off to the start of the 1987 Ferriby 10, and immediately I'll hand you over to Kevin Tolchard, who's the commentator for today's event.
Thanks, Pete. As you can see, the weather is as per usual for the Ferriby 10. We've got a rather cold day today, a lot of runners wearing tights, I believe. At the front at the moment we have Jim Dingwall, just out of shot.
Got a monitor today, you can see what's on there.
You look at the monitor. So here we have it, Jim Dingwall in the lead already. Supposed to be in quite good form at the moment. And just behind him we have number 411.
Duncan McFarland.
So Duncan McFarland from Scunthorpe Harriers, wearing a luminous vest. George Baker tucked down the inside there, Andy Ulrich following just behind as well.
City of Harlow winning the team race at the moment, but the race is only 1.5 minutes old.
I think that's a bit early to judge this team race yesterday. I think Sheffield, I believe, got quite a strong contingent out today.
Yes, the leading runner there is veteran Malcolm Martin, one of the country's leading veterans.
I believe Carl Nightingale also entered today.
Yeah, I haven't seen him
I
yet.
haven't seen him, but he's entered. The surface today, Peter, looks quite good for running on.
But at least we've got no snow on it. The temperature at the moment is 0 degrees centigrade, and there's a chill easterly and the occasional snow flurry.
And the race now is just over half a mile old, and we still have Jim Dingwall leading that group. He's pressing on, and he's obviously stating his intent, and he's looking quite good. What'll say you, Kev?
He looks quite good. He's stamped his authority in the race from the start, I think. After last year when Dave Wilkinson pulled away from the halfway, I think he's trying to work a bit harder at the start of this race. I like the way George is sitting on his shoulder. I don't know, is George fit at the moment, Pete?
Very, very fit.
So it could be a possible challenge from George today, do you think?
Yes, it could be the day when George wins a really big one. Yeah. We haven't seen Dave Wilkinson yet, have we?
We haven't. He's supposed to be coming, Pete, I believe. But I didn't see him before the race. Haven't seen him in the race yet.
There's no sign of him there. This could be Jim's race.
Steve Rennie's in that second group there.
He seems to be struggling now a bit.
Already, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's Mark Smith as well going through. Stu Shallcross is off the pace as well after 5 minutes.
Yes, well, it's rather, if you're not warmed up, you've got quite a problem there, haven't you, really?
That could be a problem today as well, because I know some of the lads are just running around the school grounds trying to warm up.
A lot of Grimsby lads were the blue and white hoops in that next group.
I think all the teams seem to be sticking together for extra heat, Pete, do you think?
Could be. It's Pete Jarvis here. This is one of his 2 very serious races this winter. The other one's going to be the London Marathon.
Alan Fally just gone through there.
Yeah.
Less said about Alan the better, I think.
Robbie just gone through.
Oh, Miss Rob Robinson there.
He's a bit off the pace today. If he's going to get his 56 or 55 minute, he's got a bit of work to do. It should be quite fast time today, though, Kevin. I think, you know.
Well, that lead group seems to be pushing quite hard, Pete. So,
yeah.
What's the course set up for this course, Pete?
Well, it's a new course, really, and it's only the second time it's been run, I think.
But it's supposed to be quite a hard course from what I've been told. I actually ran this distance before, but being informed by reliable sources, it's quite a difficult course. It's a strong sort of uphill section to start with, followed by downhill.
Yeah, that's still the same. Yeah. Essentially, it's the same. The only change is that you'll finish at the school, but it's still this 10 miles, 168 yards, or thereabouts.
Give or take 100 yards.
Yeah. But you're quite right. You've got 4 to 5 miles, and 3 of those miles are uphill. The highest point of the course is about 300 feet above sea level.
Which is quite high for home.
We have the usual repartee from the all the lads who's got to be said they're just out for a run. There's no chance of winning or winning any prizes. Definitely the Run for Fun brigade now, would you say, Kevin?
Well, you could say that, people. I wouldn't take much fun run today. It's a bit cold out there.
Mm.
I think I prefer running in the sunshine myself. Yeah.
So, there's McFarlane there from Scunthorpe, who's now taking it up. He's a leading junior runner.
Is that the Dave McFarlane?
Sorry, Dave McFarlane, yeah. He's an up-and-coming runner, so he could prove quite a threat. He has run under 50 minutes for 10 miles. And of that group there, I would say he's the leading contender to Jim.
I know Dave's got a bit of a sprint, so he's used to it. He's trying to race down to 1500 metres.
Yeah.
Not the same age as me. I know he's usually standing most of the time, but he's got quite a fast finish, so I don't think he'll go. In fact, he won the Gateshead road race about 4 years ago when I ran it, in the junior section. So he's got quite a good background behind him.
What age did that make him, Kevin?
He's about 21, I think. 21. I think he's getting in the mid, about 21.
Yeah.
So stage against the experience here. Jim's got the experience, and that's all got younger, but he's stronger.
George Baker's worth talking about. He's not took the lead. He very often does. He pushes on and blows himself out. He's taken a rest right on Duncan or Dave McFarlane's shoulder there, and he seems to be doing it quite right. Paul Clark has touched it quite nicely in. I don't know much about his present form, but I know he's run sub 50 for 10 as well. And just behind him is the ever-consistent John Barker, also of Grimsby. But those two runners seem to just be struggling a little now.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a breakaway coming free quite soon. We're going to see McFarlane and Jim Dingwall and George Baker pulling away from the Grimsby runners, I think.
This hill is sort of this group out. You see Andy Ulrich has dropped off, Mike Lake has dropped off, and as I say, the other 2 or 3 runners are struggling at the back now. And it's definitely... McFarlane is definitely calling the shots.
George is taking his spectacles off there. Must mean business, I think.
And so the leading group is now down to 3, the big 3. That's George Baker, Duncan McFarlane and Jim Dingwall. These could well fill the first 3 places. But who's going to win, we'll have to wait to see. But the field, it's not as classy as last year. There's no Carl Nightingale, who we expected to be up there. There's no Dave Wilkinson, but I think we've got quite a race on between those front 3.
Martin passed Andy in the last half a mile. I think Andy must have still left that quite fast start too.
Yes, quite right.
Yes.
Deserves to.
Steve Rennie in shot now.
Going too fast, blowing up.
And Mark Smith there, following behind. Took his whole pattern quite well with 2 Southcross there.
Dave Jarvis now, he did 54 minutes in the Tipton 10 recently. So he's running on par for his sort of 10 mile time, although potentially he's a much faster 10 miler than that.
Quite a long gap for the next one.
Yeah. You can see the expression on the faces. I think it's the cold air, you know, it gets right on the lungs and it's quite painful.
Quite a burning sensation along the whole field. Yeah, it's so cold. I think Pete's looking good for second team prize here.
Yes,
City of Fulham's got wrapped up almost.
yeah. Trevor Shields there, East Hull Harriers. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I don't think Sheffield, a lot of Sheffield runners haven't bothered coming with the weather. There is one man here, and I think he's worth just staying on for a minute. He's got a red vest on, blue top, and it looks like Peter Ellerton. Yes, it is Peter Ellerton. Surprise return. And Alan Fowley, number 84. Yes, yes. Keeping his brains warm.
Get away from the crowd.
Are you on now? Veteran Colin Martin, the video film cameraman, showing his skill in capturing the agony and ecstasy of this great event.
I don't know much about ecstasy, Pete, but I know there's a lot of agony out there at the moment. I mean, 10 miles are hard enough to start with.
That's Brian Jones just coming in the video shot.
Rob Robinson there.
Rob Robinson. Alan Fowley once again, he's hogging the screen. Pete Jarvis is running very well. Done an excellent run.
I think it's one of those new shoes he's wearing.
Yeah, it could be.
Of course it's a good race there, isn't it?
Yeah. All sorts of pointers to form here. Peter Ellerton again, running around near Shane Page. I don't suppose Shane Page would have ever expected to be ahead of Peter Ellerton.
He's not very fit at the moment, obviously. Is there any particular reason for that, do you know?
Yeah, he's running a business.
Oh, I see. Almost the bad start of your family, I believe.
We'll not tell you, but some dramatic things have happened. We'll tell you as the story unfolds. But that's Peter Moon there leading that group. Peter Moon, who's now captain of East Hull Harriers, formerly of Hull Spartans and formerly of East Hull Harriers before that, where in the late 60s he was a three times cross-country champion. So Mike Lake there's in picture. He's having a good steady period. He was second candidate for City of Hull in the Northern Championship, second to Steve Rennie, who's an excellent cross-country runner. So Mike, having come out of the army, he's had a year or so, he's got himself back together and he's running quite well. And so we're on, and these three runners here, two from Grimsby Harriers, they're 4th, 5th and 6th in the race. Paul Clark and also
Malcolm Martin from Sheffield.
Malcolm Martin.
The chasing group,